All right. Want to thank everybody for coming out to Morro Bay's Community Marijuana Forum today.
Ring the bell, ring the bell.
Hey! Round of applause. Hoo, 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 hoo. All right. So before we start, just want to orient everybody. My name's Ikani. I'm the Deputy City Manager here at Morro Bay. Very excited to be here. This has been a long time coming for Morro Bay, and we're excited to finally have this discussion, have residents, businesses, and the community come out and let your thoughts be heard to council. So what we have here before you tonight is Prop 64. It is a very long, could be confusing proposition. So our job here is to do our best to try to educate you. We know that some of you are experts as well, and you can help educate us. But what we want to do is start off by introducing all of the staff and elected officials. First of all, we have the elected officials, Mayor Jamie Irons in the back. There we go. We have Marlis McPherson over here to my left. We have Robert Red Davis in the red hat. We have Matt Mekawatsi right there. Okay. And then John Heading right there. Okay. Right next to deliveries. So these elected officials, as you know, they need your thoughts, input, whatever you feel passionate and adamant about. Search these people out and let them know your thoughts. We also have staff. Just want to let you know, we have our Finance Director and Acting City Manager, Craig Smollinger, right here on my left. Our Community Development Director, Scott Graham, to my left. We also have our City Clerk, Dana Swanson, right there at the welcome table. We have our City Attorney, Joe Panone, over here to my right. And then we also have Chief Gregory Allen. Welcome to town, Chief. Great to have you. Am I missing anybody? Okay. Perfect. So that's from staff and elected officials. Now, what's going on today? The setup here is hopefully everybody has a flow chart. It was given to you at the welcome table. This flow chart, we are doing our best to try to help you understand how big Proposition 64. It's not just what are we going to do with recreational marijuana. There's a lot. There's commercial side of it, and there's the personal side of it. So the commercial side of Prop 64 is going to be right here on this wall. You're going to have cultivation, sections of testing, manufacturing, deliveries, and dispensaries. At the welcome table, you have stickers. Please put the stickers on what you feel adamant about. And so you're going to go into these different sections. As you know, in Prop 64, it takes you from personal marijuana use, which the cities are not allowed to ban. We're allowed to reasonably regulate. What that means is, you can find out on the table what that means, reasonably regulate. But odor control, security, permits, licenses. Okay, go to that wall. How do you want us to regulate? Again, cities can't ban that. Then there's personal cultivation. Everyone is allowed to do personal indoor cultivation. When it comes to personal outdoor cultivation, the city has options to ban or regulate. What do you want? Do you want what do you want the cities to do? Put your stickers on what you feel the city should do. Then we have, on the commercial side, do you want the city to ban marijuana? And if they are banning marijuana, recreation or medical, or both? If you want to ban some, that's where you go into and realize what the categories are. In the commercial side, there is the cultivation, testing, manufacturing, deliveries, and the dispensaries. I imagine typically the hot buttons are more cultivation, or even hotter than that are dispensaries. Do you want dispensaries or not? And if you want them, where do you want them located? The map is right here, the zoning map on my left. So once you go from the commercial side and you start, you start putting the stickers where you feel passionate about. If you want to allow these commercial uses, go to the zoning map and tell our community development director where you want to put your sticker. So this is kind of the order of things. Also, so there's a lot. I really don't want to really bring down and do too much education over the microphone. But if you have this chart, use it. It's a flow chart, help you understand. If you have any questions throughout, come to any of the staff, elected officials, or myself, and we'll help answer any questions. So I think that's it. Thank you again for coming. Any questions you have, feel free to come talk to staff or city council. Thank you for your time.
like the tone. If they wrote this down, everybody should be out run on the marijuana platform next time, you know? Step one, okay? Step two is another concept.
Okay, thanks. But you were in our meeting today? Yeah. I
Hard to believe it.
That's why it's twin. Okay.
Yeah, over there at one board. How's it going?
Okay.
Life's good?
There's issues like this you have to deal with. It was much worse last night. When they got caught drowning in violation. I don't see that much. Oh, you better do this because the violence is drowning.
Well, you know, it's a lot of it's a time.
I got better.
But I'm not real involved with it. We watch those videos of the...
I mean,
So I don't understand why it's not. But
I think what that means is making things like hash oil, edibles, weapons. You want to have a plant that makes edibles or chocolate. Cannabis is huge edibles. That's where that's at. And the other thing about that is That's why you have to have so yeah, I mean, I don't want to make it. I think it's very hard to find out that especially we heard about these where these idiots are using the and they're smoking a cigarette while they're marijuana and all
They could get halfway done and tell them that's up there.
Let me see how this goes. All right. Testing, testing. Okay. So I wanted to see if there's anybody who had any questions out there, anybody who wanted to share anything, any thoughts. Again, as we're putting dots, feel free to put your dots. Feel free to read everything on the wall, but I want to keep the discussion going. Is there anybody that has any questions right now? This on any questions? Anybody wanted to share any thoughts? I got a microphone. All right. We'll come over here. Larry. Hi, Larry.
Hello.
Larry, why are you here today?
Express my opinions.
Would you like to share do you have any questions while you've been around here today, Larry?
I'm very familiar with the subject matter,
Okay.
but I may not be in the majority from what I'm seeing on the dots.
All right. We had a question come up. One of the questions is, what are we going to do with this info after today? All right. That's a great question. We're going to do our best to get this info back to the public as quick as we can. But we have to synthesize this, look at it, and then we'll get back in City Council, if not sooner, to you. But there's an answer to a question. Don't know if there's any other questions out there or anything else that you guys thought about today or wanted to mention. John.
So he turned it off.
No one wants to listen to you, John.
I guess I have to be closer. Hello, can you hear me? So we had a question in our group, and that was, can the city, from products that are smoked that contain marijuana, can the city ban areas in which that product can be consumed, much like cigarettes today? That was the question.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
The answer is yes.
Restrict.
Thank you, Mr. Pernoni.
Enforce that, I'm not quite sure.
The city ordinance right now has a no smoking.
All right. Any other questions? Any other thoughts that anybody wanted to share? Appreciate you coming, sharing your passion, putting your dots on the wall. Here we go. All right, sir.
Hi. My question is we voted for this a long time ago, and it just stuns me that we're here years after talking about the same subject, looking at numbers that may or may not be good numbers.
All right, let's try that. Sorry about that. Hey, could you introduce your name?
Yeah, my name is David Nelson, and I live here in Morro Bay. And my question is, why are we doing this? We voted to do this a long time ago. Hello?
Okay.
Okay, you know, these workshops are fine, and I'm just stunned that we're here, 5 years after we passed a referendum to have dispensary here. Our old attorney, Rob Schultz, did all kind of work on this subject. What's happening?
Yeah. So I'll repeat your answer.
Yeah, and
Tell me your name again.
David Nelson.
All right. Okay, everybody. Sorry about the mics. Seems like both mics. There we go. This mic works. So Larry, right? David. Sorry. So David had a question. His question was, we passed a marijuana ordinance, and why are we back here again? So Prop 64 just happened. Okay, and that's really why we're here. And Prop 64 in November, once it was passed, really opened the doors for recreational marijuana.
What about medical? We don't even have a medical one. How cruel is this that you make people go have...
Come share. It's good. This is good discussion.
The problem is the referendum was for dispensaries. You know, now you're talking, well, we're here because Prop 64 just passed. Well, Prop 64 is different than the medical marijuana. Medical marijuana helps people, and this isn't reefer madness stuff. We should have had a marijuana dispensary here a long time. All of these cars that are driving through our neighborhood delivering medical marijuana to people that need it, we're losing out money. Rob Schultz estimated $100,000 a year when he wrote his marijuana ordinance after we passed a referendum. $100,000 a year has gone down the drain that we haven't even seen, and it's not like we don't need money in Morro Bay. This would have been a couple of more roads that could be painted, or maybe they could even be paved. But, you know, to discriminate against this industry the way that this county especially has over the years. I mean, we don't even have a dispensary in this county. Why? Because, excuse me, the chief of police is here, but the chiefs of police keep it out of the county. But when you vote for it, that's what we did. It was a vote, and we gave the city our opinion as citizens to what we believed. Medical marijuana was legal, and there were people that needed it, and it should be here. And not to do it and to keep this going like this is just stalling. It's stall. Well, we'll do it in 6 months, and we'll do it in 3 months. And this is not the way to do business, that's all.
David, I appreciate your comments. This is good. This is good to have this dialogue, and this is why we're here today. David brings up a point on, and he pretty much is asking the question, why are we bringing this up and opening the doors for recreational and the opportunities there when medical has been banned in the city, and only certain aspects of that actually in Morro Bay. I think what this is good, and the aspect towards you, David, is we're relooking, or when I say we, are city council is relooking at medical marijuana with Prop 64. They're not closed to it. What they're asking right now is, what should we do with medical? Should we keep it banned? Should we allow the medical dispensary? So they're asking that question right now. So David, this is perfect. They're listening to you. Feel free to get with the city council members because they want to revisit medical and see if they should allow it.
They never visited it. We don't have one. We voted for it. It was legal. You keep talking about, well, they're looking at it now, but my point is when the referendum was passed, medical marijuana was legal. There was there was questions on the federal level, but every other county go south had medical marijuana dispensaries. We told the city that we believed we needed that. Now they skipped over this and put this off and put this off and put this off, and that's why I'm asking why we're here. I know about Prop 64. That's something different. Medical marijuana was before Prop 64, and that's my point. And you didn't act on the medical marijuana. As a matter of fact, they went up against the vote. They refused to bring it back once they voted against it. So this is not democracy. We need democracy now, and I know a lot of people have their moral code or whatever they call it, but this is America, and we have freedoms, and this is one of them. And to tax growers $25 a foot for cultivating their own product, why don't you do that to avocados or beans? I mean, this is crazy. This is something people need as a medical thing. And the recreational will be great.
Thank you, David. Yeah.
Cool. Dave, thank you for the comments. Those are great, especially for newer people like me. As we move forward with the ordinance policy, or the different ordinances, excuse me, that's going to be invaluable information, including former City Attorney Schultz's work that he's done on that. Duly noted, certainly. This is one of many steps as we move forward with the ordinance process, so thank you all for coming. Encourage you to go in and put your dots up, especially in taxes and fees section over there. So thank you, David. How do we turn that off?
Oh, it just stays on.
That's it?
Thank you as well. Yeah. You just
All right. Hey, can everybody hear me? Hi, everybody. So Connie was directing me over here, but so it seems like things are settling down a little bit, but we wanted to make sure that everybody had an opportunity to go to each little section. So we're just asking folks, hey, we've got dispensaries over here, we've got deliveries over here from the commercial side. Did everybody get a chance to visit this section and read through it and put your dots and have your conversations and concerns over there? And then if not, we just want to make sure everybody has time to do that. And then on the other side, we've got the personal side, we've got zoning. Was everybody able to have a chance to do that? I just wanted to make sure, because it seems like things are settling down a little bit, but just want to make sure everybody had a chance to and have a chance to look at all that, and if there are any more questions. And if there are, I'm going to hand the mic to Connie. Here you go. Thanks. Is everybody okay on everything so far? I'm going to give the mic back to Connie. He's going to take care of everything.
No, are you sure? Thank you, Mayor. All right, so the purpose of this is just to kind of synthesize everything that has happened today while there's still a crowd. This is the commercial section that we're in, and dispensaries is a very popular category in the commercial section. So what we're seeing here right now, allow dispensaries. As you can see, there's a lot of dots for allowing dispensaries on the medical side and on the recreational side. What this means right here in banning dispensaries, not as popular as allows. So 2 dots on banning medical, and then the more popular one to ban is recreational that we have right here on the commercial side. Again, how many dispensaries? What this means right here is from 0, 5 to 10. More popular, we have a range from 0 to 5 in this category. So seems about between 3 and 5 is kind of what people are saying on the dispensary side. 3 to 5 dispensaries, commercial, and then where we'll get to the zoning map later. Over here, John Heading, it looks like you're by deliveries. Would you like to talk on deliveries? Yeah. Mr. John Heading, here you go.
Yeah, I'd be happy to. So with regard to deliveries, it's pretty obvious. We had a majority that think we should allow one person or one individual wants to see deliveries banned. And then on the medical side, when you look at differentiating between medical and recreational, pretty much split evenly between allowing both on the medical and recreational side, and very little desire to ban recreational deliveries, no desire to ban medical deliveries. And then we've got the commercial operations, which would be manufacturing and testing. And I don't know if all of you knew that there's required quality control standards and testing, and that's its own regulated portion of the entity. And then also manufacturing, a big positive vote for allowing manufacturing in the city, and also allowing for testing. No one wants to ban testing, and maybe a handful want to ban manufacturing. So interesting. Connie, where'd you go? Going back. Taxation.
Council Member Heading, thank you so much. We'll go to cultivation right here. I'll have Chief Allen talk on cultivation.
So, hello. So it seems like cultivation is fairly popular, as is indoor cultivation, which to an extent we already have. With the 6 plant allowance. And as we move over to banning cultivation for medical, it seems like there are some in favor of that as well as recreational. Outdoor cultivation is interesting. Very, very popular, it seems, to allow outdoor cultivation. And then we have, of course, some folks who would not like to see that. And ultimately, we're here to listen, so that's the purpose of this whole event. So this is a very important tool, I think, in doing that.
Thank you, Chief Allen. And over here, folks, remember this is the commercial cultivation side, and just indoor cultivation was actually, if anything, allowing cultivation was very popular here on the commercial side. Medical, recreational, allow, and then on the indoor cultivation, seemed like this side was a popular side for commercial cultivation. So now what we will go to next is Craig Schmollinger. He's our acting city manager and finance director, and that's why he takes lead on taxation and fees. So we'll have him talk.
So thanks, Ikani. Again, this is the taxes and fees section. In general, there was consensus that it should be taxed, both recreational and medicinal. We don't have a single dot on our board. Just because there's not an open white space doesn't mean you can't go plunk a dot up there if you agree with a certain tax structure or a certain jurisdiction. So again, in general, there was favor for taxation. The level kind of varied from person to person, but yeah, that's the input we had so far.
Thank you, Craig. All right, now we'll turn over the time to Scott Graham, our Community Development Director on the map. Very interested in this one as well.
So our section was for zoning. So where do you want to have these facilities? Tried to get folks to put dots on the individual zoning classifications that mostly related to commercial areas in town, our light industrial, coastal dependent industrial, commercial visitor serving, general office. And the popular ones seem to be in our central business district along Main Street and Morro Bay Boulevard. That's our C1 zone, and our C2 zones, which are located off of Quintana. So that's sort of the input that we got on that side of things. We've got a little bit less as it related to specificity on the individual sections for cultivation and testing and manufacturing, although we do have it on the other board, so that does kind of translate over to this. I think that's about it.
Thank you, Scott. Appreciate that. And now for personal use, our last section, I'll turn it over to Councilmember Marlis McPherson.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, well, with respect to whether or not we should regulate indoor cultivation, the yeses have it. And of course, there's always issues related to odor and smoke and the amount of water that you use. And it looks like people would like us to enact regulations that govern indoor cultivation. There's only 2 dots for no. Outdoor cultivation, allow it, but regulate. It says, this little note says regulate. So again, I think, did we have also some outdoor cultivation over there? It looks like allowing it is outweighs banning it. So there you go.
Thank you, Marlis. And thank you to everyone. Right now it's about 7 o'clock on the dot. This community forum was scheduled to go all the way till 8 o'clock. So for those of you who want to go home or continue to put dots, feel free. You have the option. But yeah, you can buy more dots. You can come back. We can play tic-tac-toe, whatever you want to do. But I'll be here till 8 o'clock, making sure. But thank you so much for your participation and staying all the way till 7 o'clock. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Connie.
Speaking of that, have a Good. Nice. All right. Big crowd. Thank you so much for coming. If anything, this is just the closing remarks. Just want to thank everybody for coming out. This, again, is the Morro Bay Community Marijuana Forum, and we had a great turnout today. I almost think if we had to give an approximation, what would you say, Mayor? About 60, 80, 100? Yeah? Yeah, so that's great. That's great for our community forum. So again, appreciate all those who came today. Appreciate the elected officials and city staff. And if anything, we're going to synthesize this, get this in front of City Council, and get your thoughts and input to City Council and continue. This will be the one of various meetings happening before we set policy. So. We don't know that yet, but we'll get some direction from subcommittee, marijuana subcommittee. Want to thank Robert Red Davis and Marlis McPherson on our subcommittee as well for giving guidance on this community forum. So thanks again to everyone, and the end. Thank you.